everyone. I hope in the comment section to make sure everybody can hear me tonight. If you would please, that would be greatly appreciated. If you can hear me, let me know. Roger, good to see you. If you can hear me, give me the thumbs up. Say okay. All good. Anybody out there? Anybody at all? Give me the thumbs up. Make sure you can hear me. Okay. Thank you, Roger. Thank you very much. Okay. All right. Thank you, Hon. Thank you, Tracy. All right. Let me get into the thick of it here. I'm going to go through the disclaimers. I came on early tonight because we had a lot of technical problems last time, and I wanted to make sure everything was going to be functioning tonight. So thank you for your letting me know that the audio is good. All right, copyright disclaimer. This channel may use some copyrighted material without specific authorization from the owner, but contends that it falls under the Fair Use Act, which is otherwise known as the Copyright Act of 1976. So henceforth, we will be calling it the Fair Use Act. Okay. Nighthawk High Strange, this podcast channel, and all the podcasts on the channel, including moi, Nighthawk, claim fair use of any and all content. That's any and all content, including the music, to be used for the sole purpose of informing you, the viewing family, of criticism, commentary, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, research, and parody, and educational purposes and general knowledge only. And if you want to throw in that this is just entertainment purposes only, that's fine too. So, because I am here to entertain, apparently. Under the Fair Use Act, Copyright Act of 1976, subsection 107 of the Copyright Act 1976, otherwise known as the Act. So, that being said, let me get that off of there. Our subject tonight is going to be CERN. Okay. And we're actually going to have two subjects tonight because you know what? I'm going to get a lot out here since I've got the captive audience. Okay. I'm going to get a lot out of here. So bear with me. Let me get this copyright disclaimer down. In fact, you know, I even post the copyright up in the upper corner so they can't say that I haven't used it. Okay. So remember, this is entertainment purposes too. So, you know, we have every basis covered. All right. Let me get that off of there. Okay. Now, tonight we're going to be talking about CERN. Okay, you see my little alien up here coming through the portal? Look at that. All right, I don't know if y'all, little alien up here going through the portal. You see that? He's ripping his way right through there because CERN gave him the capability of doing that. Yeah, buddy. Okay, anyways, let's let's get into this here. Let me get up here, put a couple of these up here. Subject we're going to be getting into is the red pill, blue pill theory. Okay. And I have been racking my brains with this red pill, blue pill thing. And you know, it kind of makes, and there goes my video. Okay. Well, there, my video is back now. Imagine that. Okay. the whole red pill, blue pill thing is kind of amazing to me. The whole matrix theory thing. So we're going to start off with CERN, though, okay? And how many of you have known CERN has been conducting tests? And when they conduct tests, that the atmosphere looks a little something out of the hurricane type of an atmosphere. It looks that way. I'm not saying it physically is that way, but it looks that way. I'm going to put a picture up right now. Okay, this is what happens to the atmosphere. Okay. Okay. Now, another thing they report in the atmosphere when CERN's tests are going on are a lot of unidentified aerial phenomena, is what our, the governments like to call it now, because they don't want to call it an unidentified flying object because it might not be an actual object. It might be some kind of a hallucination or a hologram or just imagination running wild. Okay. So, that being said, Project CERN has been attempting to open portals to other realms, other dimensions, other timelines. And they have gotten to the point where currently the timelines that they're trying to work with are the timelines of the Anunnaki. Okay. In the first 2 months of the Afghanistan war, the 20-year war, our special forces got called in basically to find a missing group of soldiers, okay, up in the Afghan mountains. Now, during that whole mop-up routine and rescue, well, they found one survivor, and he basically reported to the special forces team. I'm not going to disclose which group of special forces because that's probably not going to be too well known. I'm not going to give the unit number up either. So, anyways, the special forces went in. The one survivor told us. So the special forces go up there into the Afghan mountains, and they do some recon on this cave system up there, and they see the bodies of some of the soldiers that were laying around. Okay. Now, what does this have to do with CERN? I'm getting to that point. Okay. Supposedly in that cave was a giant. It killed off the first, group of soldiers. And after one hellacious gun battle and one special forces soldier killed, they ended up killing this giant, okay, and recovering the body. Well, at the same time, sources lead to the conclusion that our government found the tomb of Gilgamesh. And per the then Secretary of State, the body was supposed to be brought back here to the United States. Those of you that don't know, is he was a character said to be a mighty man, standing like something like 15 feet tall and red hair. Kind of reminds you of like the Bigfoot reported sightings, just a little bit bigger. In fact, Enkidu was his best friend after they had a battle. Okay. And Enkidu was also 15 foot tall with red hair, but he had hair covering his entire body like a Sasquatch, okay, or a Bigfoot, whatever you want to call him. Okay. Anyways, make a long story short, they had this battle. It lasted days and days, and they battled back and forth, and there was no winner really until Gilgamesh hit him with one mighty blow. You know what? I haven't had anybody basically be able to best me in combat or even fare with me in combat, so they became friends. Okay, and the tale goes on from there. Well, anyways, Gilgamesh's body in his tomb was recovered. Okay, our military rushed it here to the States. Okay, now what does this have to do with CERN, you ask? Okay, remember in the beginning of the whole podcast tonight, I said that CERN has been messing with timelines. Okay, well, CERN has been universes together. Okay, it's one big scrambled egg out there. Half the time is from other timelines. Okay, you're seeing the other half of the time is from this timeline. Okay, and they're all screwed up and intertwined together at one big intersection. CERN just keeps on adding to the problem. Okay, because they've already caused the red pill, blue pill effect. Okay, it's 2003. Okay, the red pill, blue pill effect has been astronomically found out, which is the matrix. Procedures and stuff that go along with that, and we'll get into that at another date or another time frame on this podcast and the ones after this. But the whole thing with CERN right now is that CERN has somehow acquired King Gilgamesh's remains, his tomb. The articles project a time frame to go back to the days when Gilgamesh was king. Okay. For what interest, I don't know. But that CERN is working on right now at this time frame with timelines. Okay. So those weird tests that you've been seeing and hearing about and all that put out the certain 5G frequencies and all that, that's all part of the whole CERN test. Okay. CERN, the facility is super enormous. It's 26.2 miles in diameter. Okay. It is a huge facility that has been doing absolutely nothing to help out humanity, as far as that goes, ever since they discovered the God particle for creation. So give us all a facial lift, if you must say. I mean, what's to stop them? What is to stop them from reprogramming humanity? Okay, they have the capability, but they're going to piss the creator off. I'll tell you that right now. They already have pissed the creator off enough. So much to the point where it's coming. I'm telling you all, it's coming. Okay, the whole CERN testing and stuff, and dabbling with the timelines is going to come to an end. Okay, the interdimensional beings that they're pulling through these portals that they're opening up into hell, and other timelines and other dimensions, is going to end also, and it's not going to end nicely for them. Okay, so let's remember that. Okay, so here is CERN's objective. Okay, I'm putting it up here for you all to read. You could even take a screenshot of it if you want, and you can have that for your own information. Okay, CERN is named after Cernus, which is a Celtic god, a statue Shiva doing the cosmic dance of destruction, which that right there should put chills down everybody's spine. Okay, and the Tower to Babylon CERN. The Hadron Collider rings mirror the spirals of Saturn. The occult Saturn is the dark sun and prison planet of the fallen angels. CERN is designed as a teleportation machine to Saturn. Okay, now that may be the design schematic for it, but they have found that this machine does several different things through testing. Okay, and it's amazing what they have found out. They have gone through timelines, and let me go to the comments and say hello to some people too while I'm here. They have gone through the timelines. They have gone through interdimensional travel. They have gone through parallel universe travel. They have literally entangled the timelines so bad that we have all kinds of weird crap going on around us. Okay. And this is just the truth. Okay. This is just the truth. From what they want to do with King Gilgamesh's tomb and the timelines is, I don't know if they want to just maybe experience Gilgamesh. They're not gonna like what they find out. Okay. So they're not gonna like what they find out if they ever do attempt to bring King Gilgamesh back. Okay. God knows what they've done to ransack the tomb, but they've probably stolen everything from within that 20-year time frame that that war was going on, get their hands on. Okay. So that being said, let's get into the connection theory. Okay. Now, what does this have to do with the red pill, blue pill matrix theory? Well, what it has to do with is while you've got CERN on one hand doing things to change things are going, why I have no idea. Then you have organizations like the United Nations on the other hand, and the World Health Organization and the World Economic Organization, the groups like NASA, who are basically a government agency, but they really aren't a government agency. They're more of an agency now. And when you get into the whole red pill, blue pill theory, and you actually do some looking and actually just keep your eyes open, like a lot of the commercials, because I've been telling everybody for years now that they've been putting shit out there on subliminal suggestions, and stuff on commercials and radio and, through microwaves and, all kinds of waves and stuff and signals out there. 5G is another one. Okay. It can have adverse effects on your nervous system, your memory, everything. Okay. So bear with me. Okay. Sorry, I got the hiccups. Anyways, how we doing, Stuart and Val? Good to see you both. The whole purpose of the red pill, blue pill theory connected to CERN, okay, with the timeline. Oh, let me pop up some of the things here that I've found through my research. As long as let's see, where is it? Okay, subliminal suggestion. Okay, I brought some of this up the other night. Okay, but the audio was messed with. So hopefully they won't be messing with my audio tonight. Okay, folks, what does that spell out? You have 6 women and 1 man wearing black. Now step about 5 feet back from your TV. It's OBEY. The farther away you get, the more you can see it. Okay. That's just one. That's just one. Okay. One example of how they program us. Okay. One example. Okay. Here's another example. Okay. Right here. Red pill, blue pill. Keep that in mind. Okay. Red, blue. Keep that in mind. All right. Here's another one. The Pepsi symbol is iconic. You look at it. Red pill, blue pill. With the colors of the American flag, which tells you where our country's loyalties lie. Okay, here's another one. Now don't laugh at me on this one, okay? But and what does President Trump usually wear? He wears usually a blue blazer and a red tie. Red pill, blue pill, white shirt, American flag. Everybody behind him is dressed the same way. Blue, red, white. Okay. Now, yes, either he, we know he's very patriotic, but, that could be a front. We never know. I wouldn't put it past them. Politicians, and I know he's a businessman and all this, but I'm just saying, going by my gut instincts, that my stomach went with just the turmoil, the frequencies that I get off of this. Okay. And you want more red pill, blue pill theory? How about NASA? How about we put the NASA logo up there? Red pill, blue pill, boom, right there in our face. Right in our face. Red pill, blue pill, white. American flag again. Imagine that. Do you see what I'm going with here? It's obvious. It's so obvious. It's disgusting how obvious it is. Okay. It's called programming. Okay. And the more you are programmed, the more you will what? You will obey. Okay. Now look at this. Here's the chart that I've had for several years now, doing my research on all this. And what's the main colors on this chart? Red and blue. Yes, folks. Coca-Cola red, Procter and Gamble blue, Unilever blue, PepsiCo blue, Kellogg's, Mars blue, Johnson and Johnson red, Kraft cheeses and stuff and Kraft Industries is blue and red. Okay. I don't know how much more obvious they need to make it. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's ridiculous. They are literally programming us into believing that we either have a red pill or a blue pill. Okay. It's the only choices we have. Well, that's not the only choices we have, folks. We don't have to have a choice. Go with what they want. Okay. We don't have to do anything we don't want to do. It's called free will. Okay. And when we get into the whole free will theory, you have to ask yourself, why does the government, the shadow governments and stuff, and UN and CERN, and why are they all worried about us? Because they are using us as antennas through frequencies. Okay. One of the best conductors of electricity is what? Water. Our bodies are made up of what? 90% water? Hmm. I don't know. You tell me. Trying to control the world through us and through wars and all that. So the military industrial complex can get rich and get poorer and poorer and poorer until we stand up to it. Plain and simple. Okay. Plain and simple. Here's a one. I saw this. You know, we're we're tax own um our parents aren't our parents on our birth certificates, first off. Okay. What are we here for? We are here because we are slaves to their perverted, nefarious goals. Okay. They spend trillions on bills they haven't even read, but want details on how you spend $600. That is true. Okay. Here's another one for you. Okay. How about this? Pharmaceutical. Okay. Remember Procter and Gamble, all those. When we get close, they don't like it when I try to mute my mic as we speak. Can you let me know in the comment section if you can still hear me? Okay, so the audio is back. Okay, yeah, they did try to shut it down, and that's because they don't want to hear this. They don't want this information out. Plain and simple. Okay, it blows their mind that somebody that is undereducated and basically a grunt his whole life um, can crack their code, you know, because they're putting themselves up here on a pedestal and they think we're all like below, way below. Okay. That's not it at all. You know, if we're good enough to die in their wars and we're good enough to pay their taxes, then we're good enough to speak our mind. Okay. And I'm going to speak my mind. And they can try to silence me all they want. Okay. So, anyways, getting back to the whole, how we're programmed and all that. And CERN is of the red pill, blue pill theories, okay, that I have. Are just it's amazing on television commercials and all that, and advertising on things. It's absolutely amazing, okay, that so much of this stuff is being done. Okay, great Skittle commercial. Then we got this red pill, blue pill, folks. I'm telling you, it's nonstop. It's nonstop. Red pill, blue pill. Okay. It's nonstop. No matter what we're looking at, we're being programmed. And that shows you how far back it goes right there. Here's from the 80s, you know, probably when they first started doing this whole programming thing, early 80s, maybe late 70s. But yeah, I mean, it's so obvious. It's almost comical. It really is. It is almost comical. It really, really is almost comical. Now, when you get into the whole, let me see here, go further up here. When you get into the whole aspect of CERN and all that, and what you got to ask yourself is, A, are you actually seeing it? Okay. Is it just regular advertising, or is it obey, buy, trust the news, believe your authority, stay asleep, watch television, do not question? I mean, think about it. Obviously they've been programming us for a long time now. They're hiding the history of our species. Okay. How many of you knew out there of the species of the ocean, like the whales, the dolphins, the sharks, the octopi, um, even river otters and sea otters, hell, even mermaids? How many of you knew that they were all aliens? Nomos from Sirius, the Sirius star system. They weren't always here. It's because they're BSing us. And the more they BS us and the more we let them get away with it, and the less we question things, the more we give them control. So we need to question everything. That's why I say that so much. Okay. Between CERN, NASA, and all the other nefarious groups out there that are trying through, thought projection, through microwaves, through 5G, through commercials, through radio, makes you wonder what they put in our food. Know what they put in our food, to tell you the truth. So, anyways, but this is where it ends. Okay. I'm going to cut this short tonight because they are really trying to mess with the audio. I have to constantly click on the microphone here to keep it going. So those of you that can still hear me, we will still be doing our shows. But after this weekend, I am taking a 2-week hiatus, and I'm taking a break, and I won't be around for 2 weeks. I won't even be on social media for 2 weeks. I'm debating on whether to continue because there is such a lack of respect of opinion in this field and through podcasting that it's leaving me with a very, very bad taste in my mouth. Dennis will be doing his podcast for those 2 weeks on the channel. It just won't have me on there for probably 2 weeks after this Sunday. Okay. And I have other commitments too. Wednesday, I'll be on Dennis's show, speaking with Dennis. And then Friday night next week, I'll be on West Coast podcast with Sean Michael Crisp and the dog. We'll be talking Dogman and stuff like that. So, that being said, I want to thank you all for being here tonight. Okay. I'm cutting this short because I haven't been feeling well. And that's another thing I got to take into consideration with these podcasts. Okay. So, I'm not able to be as long-winded as I used to be. So it's getting hard to breathe right now, as a matter of fact. But mark my words, they put us through all these, jump through the hoops and the pokes that they're giving everybody, and it's all for their nefarious goals. Okay. Their cloning programs, their subliminal suggestion programs, their autoimmune deficiency programs that they have to attack your autoimmune systems, which is what 5G does. It attacks that and your nervous system. That's been proven. So, they can talk tinfoil hat theories all they want. The fact of the matter is, CERN is not good. Messing with timelines, interdimensional lines, parallel universes, you name it, through their whatever crap they're doing. And then you've got military industrial complex on top of that. And then you got groups like the UN and NATO with their plans, and the World Health Organization, and FEMA, and I mean the list goes on and on and on. Where does it end? I don't know where it ends, folks, but I know that if we don't start standing up for ourselves, we're not going to have much left. Okay. So with that being said, I want to thank everybody for staying with the channel. If you can, please like, heart, and share this out. Check out, make sure you're still subscribed to the channel. And just because we ask you to subscribe to Dennis's channel doesn't mean you have to unsubscribe to ours. So, but if you want to, that's fine too. It's up to you. All right. Anyways, I will see you all in the morning. Dennis and I will be there, and we're going to talk about all kinds of weird stuff. Okay. Maybe even a little bit about this stuff. Okay. So I will see you all and get out there. Juno, good to see you. Al, great to see you. Tracy, good to see you. Derek, great to see you. Just everybody, just always question everything. Okay. So don't let things get past you. All right. And don't believe everything you see with your eyes either. Okay. Don't believe everything you see with your eyes. Use your other senses too. Okay. If your spine tingling sense goes on you with your eyes, then you got two senses right there that are telling you something's messed up. Okay. Use all of your senses. That's why we're giving them. Okay. All right. Everybody have a great night, and we'll see you all in the morning. Okay. I'm going to get some rest. Have a great night. Thank you.